Old Idward's a scold, but he's true to the cause. What's this? Rogue's
Really, there's no need to stand around and gape. Oh yes, from overgrown thicket, was it? Normally that... But these days, if the payer has enough coin to spare and is insistent enough, we put it on the board. Good then.
Old Idward's a scold, but he's true to the cause.
Proceed no farther, mortal. You are not one of our kind, and the seat of Sir Sagrell will never be occupied by one so mundane. Hallam the White prepares the contest, and he must not be interrupted at this our time of greatest need. It is to fill an unoccupied seat in the House of Ballads. This is not a mortal concern. If Hallam learns I told you, he may see to it that I am banned from the telling. I did not fear them in previous seasons. They were our allies, as important to us as the autumn is to spring. But the Tuatha have upset the balance. I am known as the Squire. It is my duty to assist the Chancellor of the House of Ballads in all of his many endeavors. Hallam treats me well. The mortals in Gorhart believe they have established a permanent settlement, but they are sadly mistaken. Those homes will crumble. Those great trees may be cut down, vines stripped away, but the forest will return, and it will not suffer the footsteps of men. The storyteller leads us all in the telling of the great songs of the Summer Court. He administers our house, and serves our the House of Ballads is home to the Court of Enchantments, where our heroes congregate and train before performing the feats. There are 3 main structures on the grounds. The Court of Enchantments itself features the Wall of Saga, which depicts the most noteworthy. The Hall of Accolades is where the finest Fae crafters offer their services. Trainers can be found in the Summer Sanctuary, where we go in seeking enlightenment. He was one of our most beloved knights, a Ballad's treasure. I can't bear to think of him dead, now across the sea. A warrior for us, this new breed of mad Fae has seized the Court of Winter in its grip. There can only be a summer and a winter. There is no other third order if we crave balance. Only the greatest heroes of the summer may be counted among the Court of Enchantments. Wenson, Belmaid, Ferrara, Olaine, Airmer, and Creth. Their glory unites all Fae in a common narrative. It is one of the few things our people share. No doubt you speak of Illuvia, impetuous fool. I told her to avoid your settlement, to avoid Odorath altogether. She never... I will chastise her appropriately upon her return. It is a loss, yes, but not the first unexpected event in this telling. What happened? Yes, I have noticed a growing number of humans in Dalentarth. It must be this war. I can't stay, I understand it. Oh, yes, your kind usually expects some form of trophy for good deeds. A bauble or prize? Perhaps another time. If you would be so kind as to deliver this message. We mean the people of Gorhart no ill will. They have nothing to fear from us. I should not be seen talking to you. It isn't good for my reputation. Farewell.
You may explore the grounds, but you're not welcome in the Court of Enchantments.
Hello. This is quite the interruption, Dustling. Sagrell has been killed. Such a tragedy.
You can't possibly expect to be gone, outsider.
This does not concern you, mortal. You would not, could not, understand. When Sir Sagrell's passing leaves his legend in peril, a seat in the House of Ballads cannot remain empty, lest the great stories end. And that must never happen. We are the collectors of tales, the warriors of lore, the most respected of all summer court. Our great knights, Wenson the bold, Airmer the pure, Olaine the kind, are destined to repeat their quests for all eternity, that no fae may. They remind us of who we are and what we've done, of our greatest achievements and our deepest losses. The house ensures those defining tales are never forgotten. Sir Sagrell, Slayer of Volzigan, Lord of the Morning Mists, and Defender of the Crown of Haxi, was one of our most beloved knights. Several days ago he departed to do battle with the Grave Thresh, his most famous and legendary foe. But there was in this telling, it was the Thresh that bested Sagrell. Such an outcome has never happened. I don't know what to make of it. You are bold, but that is not how tales are told in the House of Ballads. Only a worthy Fey hero may finish his quest. However, these are strange times. Magic weaves itself in new patterns and change. It is the one thing with which we Fey have no experience. If you so choose, join the other pledges. You too may attempt to defeat the Grave Thresh, recover Sagrell's ring, and take his seat in the House of Ballads. It is a popular tale, featuring the summer court's most treasured rogue. One afternoon, Sagrell, his head sleepy with wine and dreams of women, awoke to it. The treacherous Maid of Windermere, villain of the House of Ballads, was summoning forth a beast from beneath the earth. When the maid departed, Sagrell tread into the beast's lair and killed it, only to realize that it was simply the first of many deadlier enemies. We are the soldiers of summer, the guardians of the light of spring. When our cousins in the winter court celebrate the darkening of the sky, however, our cycle is changing. Everyone has noticed the fires on the sea, the monsters in the east, and the whispers on the lips. The summer court is in decline. For many seasons, the court of winter ruled alongside us as allies. There is no spring without the cool decay of autumn, no bright summer without the snow. Yet, even as our power wanes, theirs is mysteriously on the rise. Surely, you have felt it. I am Hallam the White, seeker of the Stone of Val. Many in the House of Ballads call me the storyteller, for I watch over the summer court's anthology of experience. The lair of the Thresh is east of this great house, in the hollow of Gorhart. In the evenings after dark, you can hear its disturbed slumber. The cries are unsettling. Go now, and make the song your own.
The Grave Thresh will make tinder of you, poor fool. Why is... Try not to humiliate yourself too badly, child of the dust.
Welcome. You've come to the right place, my friend. Yes, you have. This is where all the grandest questing... Hey, old Ukabal will teach you everything you need to know about... Pinch of this, drop of that. Not much to it, really. Tell me what you care to learn. I can hardly discern one of you creatures from another. I mean, no offense, of course. I really don't remember how I came to be here. So long as no one tells me to leave, I'll carry on, spinning my own song long after everyone else is gone. Yeah, I know. Right. Yeah.
Welcome, ageless one. I am Arvia, but I suspect you know that already. The tides of fate have washed me up. See you soon. It is an honor to see you again. I am glad your path is unfolded. I am but a tool of the destinies, a mouthpiece for their changing voices. You act as though we're strangers. That's not true, is it? In many a dream you've come to me. I am here for you, to guide you in a careful separation of the threads of fate, and to ease you into a more appropriate... Lord Isa had great faith in Wenson, and his instincts have proved there is no clear victory for the House of Ballads. I see nothing. Only, yes, it's true. She exists, skirting the edges of my consciousness, but I am unaware of her intentions. That is more troubling than anything else. Until we meet again.
Greetings, mortal. Let me take a look at you. Ooh, very fair. I'm Ilova, instructor in the persuasive arts. I was brought here by Ferrara himself. Forbidden love can lead you in the strangest of directions. Here I am. Care to be my squire? Intense relationships they are. Very intense. The ballads sing of her as a winter court witch, and that she wishes to wither the summer. Me, I believe her affections for Wenson are... I can make almost anyone do almost anything. Don't believe me? Ask one of my many admirers. I'm willing to make you privy to my secrets. Bye-bye. Always a pleasure to gaze upon your sweet face. Well, how can I make you smile today? Please tell me it's something improper. Come back soon.
Greetings, child of the dust. Have you heard that Bloody Bones is about? Be vigilant. Greetings. I am Gleonor, also known as the Antiquarian. What does a child of dust require? All of us in the Western Feylands are subjects of High King Tateri. We are the story that is told in every age. We are the blazing summer and the brooding winter, forever following one another. We are. As Antiquarian, I'm keenly aware of the lesser ballads in Fey telling, and do my best to ensure that they're not lost in the war. I'm Keeper of the Echo Stone here in the House of Ballads. It has only come to us It is a new relic crafted by several of our most attuned. The Echo Stone can be used like a lore stone to experience past narratives, stories that have long since left the lips of the... However, one can only use the Echo Stone if he has the right matching cairn, a magical key devised by Hallam the White himself. The role of the storyteller is the most important to the Fae in the Court of Summer. His gaze is not on one ballad, but all of them. His wisdom is above us all, even the lords and ladies of the House of Ballads. The High King guides us in all the grand telling of the Fae. For you, tales are naught but a reminder of your inevitable decline. But for the Fae, our tales are eternal reminders of our truest selves. Here we celebrate the very heart of our kind. The greatest of our tales, reborn and relived. Every creature has its story. The wake it leaves behind in its travel. That is a telling. It is a narrative of defeat. Our Fae telling goes on from creation deep into the hidden end. Until then, we celebrate the... Sing your song.
Good day. How can I help you? You are the mortal I've been hearing about. The songs of the House of Ballads are not simply stories. There are some who believe our time of glory is on the decline. I can help you with any gems or shards. Speak to them on your behalf. It isn't as hard as you might think. Unless they're stubborn, of course. My telling is not one of battle and bravery, but of binding. I served Wenson himself back when the great ballads were new. We did not sing them then. We lived them. I will be here waiting.
Greetings.
May the stone sing your song to the ages. The Balgan came till 2 nights true. Rydark was...
Always a pleasure to gaze upon your sweet face. Well, how can I make you smile today? Please tell me it's something improper. Bye-bye.
Greetings, mortal.
I should not be seen talking to you. It isn't good for my reputation. Goodbye.
Hello. Care to part with some gold? Goodbye.
Sir Sagrell was a clever rogue of great and merry cheer. Oh, come and listen to the song of he who had no fear, of he who we hold dear.
Brash dustling. You have no role in fey telling. This story belongs to one of us, not some whelp fresh from the cradle. First that strange maiden, now this. What is it you want here in Gorhart? When you stand before the knights of the Court of Enchantments, you bask in the... while all of our kind play a role in the grand telling. It is the feats of a legendary few that bear remembering. These knights lead the House of Ballads. I am Ficon, speaker of renown the world over. I've claimed many ballads, but none so important as those sung by the court. This is my third attempt at claiming a seat in the House of Ballads. Perhaps this telling will be the one. All Fae know of the storyteller. He is the caretaker of the telling and has been since the first spring began. There is no higher honor than to earn a noteworthy role in the telling. The House of Ballads' function is to ensure that the mightiest Fae heroes do not fade into obscurity, that they are always with us in the present. She approached each of us who is vying for an empty seat in the House of Ballads, sometimes in the fort. Each time she offered reward beyond our imagining. All she asked in return was that we infiltrate the house as her agent. Needless to say, none of it, call it history or the past. Each life tells a tale. But there is no yesterday, as there is no tomorrow. It is all today, one grand and vibrant telling. Our narrative continues to be spun. Even your presence here, while strange, is part of the changing picture. The beast and Gorhart hawk. When it returns to its lair, the thresh is embraced by Gorhart. Wrapped in a warp, alas, Sagrell's is a twisted tale, and we could use every available hand. You may stay, but the seat will never be filled by a mortal. Of that I am certain. We were too late to catch the thresh as it fed. Now the beast slumbers guarded by the vines and weeds of Gorhart. But all is not lost. If we can destroy the roots before they take hold, we can rouse the beast. Come. I'll keep the thresh occupied while you seek out the heart vines. Keep your eyes open. The Hollow is fighting back. I had no idea this would be such an ordeal. The thresh slumbers in its lair, a protective shell formed of vines of the Hollow. We must weaken the nest. Keep your eyes open. Forward! The beast awaits! Be on your guard. I do not like this. We shall face this threat as a pair, mortal. I do not like this. Something feels wrong in this place. I sense something amiss in Gorhart, but I cannot decide what it might be. I do not like this.
Times he drank his weight in wine, and many lovers pleased, and drunk from such idle pleasures, with lethargy was seized. On beds of grass he eased.
How can this be? Sir Sagrell dead? I do not understand. Such a tragedy has never occurred in this song. Not in all the seasons of the telling. At the end of this ballad, Sagrell defeats the grave thresh. He is victorious. I don't know how, but someone has changed the song of Sir Sagrell. Listen. We are not alone. I do not like this. They're too powerful.